to Channel 6 News. It's time for our weekly installment of Sarah's Solutions starring Sarah Jerome.
It is a melancholy object to those who walk through the streets of Dundas or live in Canada when they see the schools, the neighborhoods, and the hospitals teeming with sick children and youth, contaminated and sticky hands held by a tired parent, and spreading illness to every passerby with an uncovered cough, grimy touch.
These ill children, ignorant of the principles of basic hygiene, go on to infect friends, family, and classmates whose same careless habits allow cold and flu to spread like wildfire through schools and communities. The number of young souls hospitalized yearly due to flu-related illness are as many as 20,000, a number undoubtedly affected by children's exposure to germs at daycare, playdates, and in other public places. However, the present distresses of cold and flu are not only for preschoolers, but for teenagers as well. A recent study has shown that there are more than 760,000 interactions made every day in a typical high school, all of which are potential opportunities for viruses and disease to spread. Take into consideration the fact that between 2,000 and 8,000 Canadians die every year from influenza viruses, and it is shocking that we are not doing more to stop this epidemic in its tracks. The question, therefore, is, how do we better prevent the spread of these deadly biological killers? This, as I've already shown, under the present handling of things, is utterly impossible. I have the solution. I shall now humbly propose my own thoughts, which I hope will not be liable to the least objection. I have been assured by countless healthcare professionals that plastic is an excellent barrier against disease. It is used to make masks, gloves, and a variety of other equipment, which is why I propose an innovative and fully protective plastic bubble be worn by our children in all public settings in order to shield against highly contagious and dangerous disease. Current preventative measures are archaic. We need a new solution, and with headlines telling of drug-resistant pathogens, flesh-eating bacteria, and global health scares, I make no doubt that this necessary plan to protect our children could not have come soon enough. These plastic bubbles, of course, will be durable and able to be worn in all settings and situations in which our children are at risk of contracting disease. This includes time spent at school, at sports practices, and on a day out with friends or family. I think the advantages by the proposal which I have made are clear and abundant, as well as of the highest importance. Firstly, as I pointed out, this plastic bubble would deter, and with the exceptional case of improper use, effectively eliminate the spread of disease in public settings. In particular, the spread of cold and flu viruses between and because of children. Therefore, this decreased direct contact means a healthier society overall. If less people in general are becoming sick and hospitalized due to viral disease, this means that healthcare centers will have shorter wait times and more available staff for those patients who need their attention most. This is both a benefit to society and the economy, as it is expensive to treat sick patients. It could also decrease the amount of other common health risks to children, such as lice and allergic reactions. Secondly, these plastic bubbles have the potential to revolutionize youth sports and decrease the risk of concussions. With the easy addition of an extra outside layer of cushioning, children already wearing their plastic bubbles would have some additional protection in the event they fall or hit during contact sports. All of this at a minimal extra cost and effort. The use of these protective suits also makes way for a variety of new and exciting versions of traditionally used sports to be thought up and played. Finally, if desired, the concept of regularly wearing a bubble suit could be extended to actually living in plastic bubbles, bubble homes. This would be an innovative and economical option for many money-saving post-secondary students, camping enthusiasts, and the homeless. I can think of no one objection which would possibly be raised against this proposal, unless it should be urged, that our children's educational and social experiences be had from within the safety of their protective bubbles. Therefore, don't talk to me about being more thorough with our prevention efforts, of increased cleaning and disinfecting of our public spaces and schools, of providing children with better education about the importance of cough covering and hand washing, of creating and enforcing vaccination policies, of providing tissues and hand sanitizer free of charge. Lastly, of educating parents on the importance of keeping sick children home, and then providing them with the ability and resources to do so. These options are impractical. How could we possibly upkeep so many new and inconvenient programs and routines in our busy, fast-paced lives? How are these suggestions remotely realistic? After all, I'm not so bent upon my own opinion as to disregard another reasonable and equally practical solution. However, before one of our children falls sick with the flu or worse, I desire all reading this to consider 2 points. First, the number of children becoming sick with a viral affliction is a number far too many, especially considering when the majority of these cases are largely preventable. Secondly, our protective plastic bubbles are a solution that are wholly reasonable and practical, and come with a number of promising extensions and benefits. I profess, in the sincerity of my heart, that I propose a solution not for the purposes of my own personal gain, but for the much-needed protection of an entire country's health, safety, and peace of mind. I'm not involved in any plastic-making endeavors, by which I could gain a single penny, and would only personally benefit from the satisfaction of seeing our children remain healthy and safe. Back to you, Amy.
Wow, thanks for that great solution, Sarah. This concludes our evening broadcast. I'm Amy Drone, and remember, stay classy, Dundas.